For the past year or so, I've been unleashing my creativity on YouTube by creating captivating game series, as well as game tutorials every now and then. If you're a fan, you've probably caught a glimpse of a few of my episodes already. Get ready for more thrilling content. This is where we start a game devlog. So, embark on a journey through the gaming world with me as we tackle the charming simplicity of games like Flappy Bird to the challenges of a classic like Tetris, still a work in progress, and even exploring uncharted territories like stunning 3D games built on Unity. Get ready to be entertained and stretched as a game developer. My love for game making has been a slow journey, but I've always yearned to create a masterpiece, a game that will captivate and entertain the masses. But to make that dream a reality, I need a brilliant game idea. That's where it goes downhill, as I still need to find that brilliant idea. But for now, I've decided to take a step towards that goal by crafting an endless running game. Well, not quite. It's planned to be an endless rocket launcher, so strap in because we're going for a ride. Who knows, it could evolve into something magnificent and see the light of day, or it may just be swept underneath the rug. Nevertheless, I'm eager to see where this adventure takes us. So let's talk about the game. The simple game idea is to create an endless rocket launching game. This is going to be a mobile game. You launch the rocket at the very beginning of the game, and the objective of the game is to see how far you can get into the expanse of space and see if you can reach any other planets maybe. But there are some other game ideas that I have come up with. I'll go through one or two of them now and we'll save some more for future episodes. But the first one is the objective is to reach a high score. So the first one we spoke about, where you launch the rocket and see how far you can go into space, reaching a high score until you eventually collide with some sort of object like an asteroid or another planet in our solar system. If you do, you crash and your rocket becomes destroyed, and then you have to restart from the beginning and try and reach your original high score. Another idea would be to have a fuel collection mode, so you are limited to how far your rocket can travel unless you keep collecting fuel tanks. And yes, this is not realistic because you don't have fuel tanks in space, but it's a game. And then another one could be an objective mode, so you are presented with a level and an objective, and you have to try and complete that objective so that you can move on to level 2 or 3 or whatever level you're on. So those are a few of the game ideas that hopefully we can get done. But for now, I have just started working on this game 2 weeks ago, where I have been experimenting with different mechanics, trying to set up the perfect launch system so that it feels highly realistic. But this is harder than you think. It's more like rocket science. Anyway, this is still a work in progress, and I will change over and over again as we try to perfect the mechanics. So the first thing I tried when I tried to sort it out was I added in one simple line of code, and that was adding force in the upward direction to the rocket. However, this does not feel realistic. It works, but it does not feel realistic and how I want it to feel. So it's time for a change. Back to the drawing board, where we can brainstorm some new ideas and see where we can go. Trying to find the perfect solution for the launch mechanics. Not knowing where to go from now or how to fix it, I decided to leave it how it was originally and start working on something easier. Because, you know, the way to fix one thing is to start another. No, that's a joke. One thing that the rocket needs is some visual effects. So I started working on the visual effects for when the rocket launches off the platform. This involved making two particle effects. One that will act as the fire underneath the rocket, and the other to act like the smoke that is caused by the fire during the launch system. The next thing on the list is to try and make it so that the animation and the particle effects start up in a way that makes it look realistic and not just appear directly on the screen when the rocket starts to launch. Don't forget, everything that you have seen in this episode is not final art for the game, and neither are the mechanics. Well, technically the whole game really, but it's a start, and you know, we all have to start somewhere. It's only up from here. If you have any ideas or suggestions on how to make this game more interesting and more fun for everyone, so leave a comment down below the like button so that I can have a look at them and try and figure out where we really want this game to go. So that's all for the first devlog, and hopefully they get better from here. I will hopefully be releasing a devlog once every 2 weeks just to show you the progression of the game depending on how much I've worked on it. And so if you haven't already subscribed to the channel and you don't want to miss out on these videos, go ahead and subscribe and turn your notifications on so you don't miss out on the next devlog.